Hey everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into 3 of the most absurd military conflicts in human history. Wars that started over reasons so ridiculous, you'll wonder how these people were in charge of nations. We've got a war over stolen pastries, a war over an 8-year-old severed deer, and a war against birds where the birds actually won. Let's get into it. Let me tell you about the time France went to war over stolen desserts. I'm not joking. It's 1828 in Mexico City, and there's a French pastry chef named Remontel running a bakery. Some looters came to his shop and steal all his fancy pastries. Most people would file a complaint and move on, but not this guy. He went straight to the French government demanding Mexico pay him back for his stolen cupcakes. Mexico ignored him. So France escalated this all the way to King Louis Philippe, who decided this was worth going to war. He demanded Mexico pay 600,000 pesos, millions in today's money, for some baked goods. When Mexico refused, France sent their entire naval fleet to blockade Veracruz and started bombing the city. They literally started shelling people over cake. The famous General Santa Anna came out of retirement to fight and got his leg blown off by artillery. The war lasted until March 1839, when Britain helped negotiate peace. Mexico ended up paying the 600,000 pesos anyway. This one is absolutely wild. The year is 1731, and British Sea Captain Robert Jenkins is sailing around when Spanish Coast Guards board his ship, accuse him of smuggling, and slice off his ear as punishment. But here's the weird part, they let him keep the severed ear. Like a grotesque souvenir. Jenkins goes home and life continues. 8 whole years pass. Then in 1739, Britain decides they want to go to war with Spain but need good propaganda. So they summon Jenkins to Parliament and ask, "Do you still have that ear?" Jenkins confirms yes. Parliament tells him to show everyone. Picture this, it's Parliament, and this sea captain pulls out his decomposing, shriveled, 8-year-old severed ear and holds it up. Everyone is horrified and outraged. This is unacceptable. We must go to war. Never mind that this ear has been rotting for almost a decade, this dried-up piece of cartilage became justification for a major war. The war lasted 9 years. Over 25,000 soldiers died or were wounded. Nearly 5,000 ships were lost. All because one man kept his severed ear in a jar and Britain needed an excuse for territorial expansion. By the time the war ended, that ear was probably dust. Alright, if you thought those were ridiculous, buckle up. Australia declared war on birds and lost. Badly. This is real documented history. It's 1932 in Western Australia, and World War I veterans are trying to farm wheat. But approximately 20,000 emus, massive 6-foot-tall, flightless birds that can run 30 miles per hour, migrate inland and start destroying their crops. The farmers begged the government for help. Australia's solution? Send in the military. They deploy Major Meredith and 2 soldiers, with 2 machine guns and 10,000 rounds of ammunition. They even brought a cinematographer to film their easy victory. November 2nd, the operation begins. They find 50 emus and open fire. The emus immediately scatter in different directions like they understood military tactics. The soldiers with machine guns can't hit them effectively. One soldier waited at a waterhole where 1,000 emus gathered, opened fire, and his gun jammed after 12 shots. The emus escaped. They tried using trucks to chase the birds. One truck hit an emu head-on, the truck was damaged, the emu walked away fine. After 1 week, they'd killed maybe 200 emus out of 20,000. The media destroyed them with headlines like "Emus win war against Australian Army." Here's the best part, Major Meredith, in his official report, actually complimented the emus. He wrote that if the military had soldiers with the tactical ability of these birds, they could face any army in the world. By December, the government cancelled the operation due to embarrassment. Final score, 10,000 rounds of ammunition, roughly 1,000 birds killed. That's 10 bullets per bird against targets with no weapons. The emus won and continued eating crops. To this day, the emu war remains one of Australia's most humiliating military defeats.